Hello, everyone. We are here for another Total Image Woman, no, man of the week. The first man that I have talked to in this series. But as you know, it's not only about women-owned businesses, but it's also about small businesses and keeping all of the small businesses going and increasing exposure. So this is a very timely one and really fun. You guys are in for a real treat. If you have been wearing a disposable mask all the time, or you're wearing the same mask every day, or you're just bored and you feel like you need a little infusion, or you want one made by a celebrity designer, here is your chance, because we're going to be talking to the one and only David Josef of David Josef Designs. And he is a hoot and brilliant and talented. And I was lucky enough to meet him, I don't know, like maybe 3 years ago, when I met a woman at my workout place who I was telling her how I was looking for a designer, and she mentioned David, and I called him immediately and set up a time to go see him. And we've been dear friends ever since. And I brought all kinds of clients to him to have things made, from mother of the bride to just everyday clothes. And he dresses Broadway celebrities and Melba Moore and all of those people. And he's a down-to-earth, fun, talented, cool guy. So, David, welcome.
After that introduction, I need a cigarette, baby. How are you, Ginger?
I'm good. How are you doing? You've been busy.
Lovely to chat with you.
Busy. And tell us a little bit about, I mean, you, like me, when COVID hit, your business just went, there was nothing happening. And you pivoted and went into something that was related to what you do, and also had has a philanthropic component. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. When all of this hit, I have to tell you, just to start going back to February, the end of February, when we knew it was coming. Well, it was in Italy, and we all sensed that it was coming here, but we didn't know what, and we weren't being led necessarily on what to do yet. So it didn't seem like it was going to hit that hard right away. In February, the end of February, we were on Broadway for a friend. We were with Melba Moore for a concert in Washington, D.C., where I dressed her. We were on Amtrak, and we were aware. So when we would use the bathroom on Amtrak, we would use our feet to open the doors. We knew something was going on, but we weren't sure. We got back, and then within 2 weeks, we found out what was happening, and things started getting closed down. So I guess our governor locked us down on the 15th, the governor of Massachusetts, Charlie Baker, who I personally think has done a great job. 5 days in the house, and Ginger, I was losing my mind. and it's not like I'm not lazy. I'm pretty lazy sometimes. I can just sit back and watch TV and watch Netflix. I'm happy. But it was deeper than that. There was an overwhelming feeling of, yes, I can watch Netflix, but I'm also getting a text every minute of every day saying, we have to postpone my wedding gown. We have to postpone this. This concert isn't happening. I was dressing Melissa Manchester out in LA, the singer, for her son's wedding, and everything got postponed. So all of our trips around the country, all the fittings we were doing, all of that stuff was. Oh, Danny got me on a different. He got me on a different computer.
Right.
All of it was postponed.
Hang on for a second. We need to know whether you want to be on the computer or on your phone, because we're getting.
No, I'll stay where I am.
Right. I'm going to say bye to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Danny, say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, here we are.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Of course, we tried to do it on the computer. The computer went down, and now it's up. So all of that.
It takes forever.
So as we got deeper into the pandemic, 5 days of staying home, we were up early in the morning watching Morning Joe Scarborough on MSNBC, and he had read a tweet that Governor Cuomo put out to designers in New York City. There goes Danny. Danny, say hello. You're on camera. He's climbing by me. This is real guerrilla theater. He put out a tweet to the designers in New York City to help, that PPE was needed, and they were desperate in the city for help. Christian Siriano was the first designer to answer Cuomo and say, I'm going to change my company into mask making. I said to Danny, because at this point, honestly, I had eaten everything but the next door neighbors. Really, truly. The neighbors were happy that I went to work. I said, let's get up, let's go to work, let's try making a mask, let's do a pattern, let's do something. And we did. We went into the office. I went to the Beth Israel Deaconess page because they were showing how to make, no reason to make masks if they can't be used.
Right.
So we decided to go to that page and find a good pattern that they were in need of, a pattern that would work for everything but surgery, basically. And we did it, and I put up a post on Facebook. Foolishly, Ginger, I thought make a couple of hundred masks, and this whole thing will be over. And won't it be funny? Oh my! Now we're about 25,000 masks deep, and it's not going away right away. And it started with a couple of hundred that we offered. We were doing it all just as donations. People who needed, I would put up a thing on Facebook saying, "I've got this. Who needs it?" And people from the South Shore Hospital would come pick it up, or people from Fenway Community Health Center would come and pick up. And then we were getting requests. And then, Ginger, it got overwhelming. It got sad. It got very depressing.
Yeah.
In the sense that I was then getting requests from all over America.
Wow.
For thousands and thousands. And, we couldn't possibly make thousands and thousands, but then we did. A friend of mine on the South Shore, my friend Ann Russo, that I grew up with, who she and I used to work for my mother in my mother's little shop in North Providence, Rhode Island. She said, you know what? I'll do her voice because she's very Rhode Island. She said, hey, David, I think we're going to do this. If you can put together the money, go do a GoFundMe. I'll make 25,000 masks at a manufacturer in Fall River. So we put up a GoFundMe, and within one day, we brought in $21,000 and got all the cotton from North Carolina. She got the elastic out of New York, got it all organized with manufacturers in Fall River, and they started the production. And then, as this virus would have it, the manufacturers started closing down in the middle of production because stitchers were getting sick.
Oh.
So then we would have to pick up 25,000 masks that are cut. Some of them made some and find a different manufacturer. Then we divided them up. Anyway, about 4 weeks later, we had about 25,000 masks ready, and we delivered and donated to lots of different people and lots of different hospitals and all over the country. So we did a full donation of 25,000, and during that time period, I kept posting my masks. I loved the masks I was making, the prints, and it was so depressing that I had to do bright colors and something upbeat and wonderful because it's such a sad time in this country. And people kept requesting to buy David Josef masks, and I was, well, I'm not really selling them. And then I realized if people are wanting them, and I have no money at this point, there's nothing coming in, I don't want to be absorbent. We charged, what we did at first, Ginger, was people would messenger me or text me how many they wanted, what it was for, and I would give them a Venmo site that we collected money for donations. People donated.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, I had people who needed for their family who were high risk, but could only donate $10, but we would provide them with 25 masks.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had some fabulous people on Broadway donate $1,000 for 2 masks.
Right.
So it all balanced out. So we always had masks, and we were always ready to provide for frontline workers and the people in need, to make donations to them, and also then make things for regular folk who just needed them, people who were in desperate times at that point.
Absolutely.
And then eventually it got, Ginger, I could talk forever. So if you have another question, just throw it in. But eventually it became a full-fledged business.
Yes, yes. And I just want to acknowledge the people who are watching. Karen says that you make the best masks, so many choices. And we'll be sharing your Facebook page where you have all of the masks. And I know you're always adding more. Kathy says she's looking forward to this. And so she's watching. And Rose.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Kathy.
And my mom says, I hope there are purple masks in your collection, because
it's the biggest seller. All the purples are the biggest sellers.
See, Mom? And of course, I have mine.
Your sequin camouflage.
Whenever on Facebook you posted, oh, I have these camo sparkly masks, I thought, Okay. To have one of those, and I bought one for my sister too because she also has red hair, and I'm like, she will. I don't know if she'll like the sparkles, but she'll love the camo, and she loves the whole thing. But I love that you and you even have naughty masks on there,
and they're the best sellers.
Yeah.
When tell your mom I have the most fabulous purple sequin mask that, and again, the masks are now an accessory. And let's face it,
they are.
We were at the office the other day, and I had sent. I do a lot of work with singer Melissa Manchester, and I sent her out some masks. She had requested the Ruth Bader Ginsburg mask and a few others, and so I put into the envelope a purple. I know Melissa's favorite color is purple, like your mom. So I put in a purple sparkling mask, and I get a phone call from Melissa Manchester, a live a video chat. Her daughter is driving her down the 405. She has her hair up in a scrunchie. She has sweatpants on, going to the supermarket, but she had on her purple sequin mask because she just wanted to feel bright.
Yeah. I think you posted this on your Facebook page.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just remarkable that the masks now have taken on a life of their own. And I know we were out today fabric shopping, and I'm looking at it, and I said to several people, "Oh, can I see your mask?" Because that's the thing you look at now. No one's looking at people's clothes anymore because everybody's in jeans and t-shirts. But the masks are the statement you want to make that day, and that's really what it has come down to.
And that's why none of us really wants to wear a mask, but we all know we have to wear a mask. And so, and believe me, it didn't take me a while to come around to wearing them because I knew we had to. It took me a while to come around to, okay, let's just have some fun with this if we can and make it part of your accessory. And as you know, I've done a TV show on it and all of that, but it's, I'm looking at my Mary and said, "Oh, you've got quite a little stash." I probably have like 6 masks. I don't have that many. And I said, "Oh, but I have nothing in blue. I need blue over there." So I'm looking at my mask going, "Oh, I need a blue and I need just a coral." And, there's all these things. And I think that now what we realize is if we're going to go out, why not have it coordinate with what you're wearing?
Your outfit.
Make a statement, fun with it, brighten your day, brighten somebody else's day, whatever it is that we need to do. I think it's really important that we have that happen because otherwise it all becomes dreary and depressing and frustrating.
We have to make the best of this horrific situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what we're doing next week? I'm putting it out there, but I'll tell you first. So everybody, I read an article about masks where experts were saying you should have 7 masks in your wardrobe. If you're just going to keep it tight, have 7 masks, one for every day of the week. Masks don't have to be washed unless you get makeup all over them or things like that. But as far as germs go, you can air them out for 3 days. And they will be free of the germs if you leave them outside in the air 3 days. So I thought, well, that's a great idea. 7 masks. I'm going to do a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I got the fabric in today. We designed the fabric.
Oh my!
I had it made by Zazzle. And it's black on white. And it says, it's very Art Deco. It says Sunday all over it, all Sundays. And then the Monday is white with black. It's the reverse. And every day reverse is black to white, white to black. And I'm going to put them on the site next week as a package of 7 for a dollar amount. It's probably $100 for 7.
Yeah.
And people will know which day it's like underwear. You know which day you wore them.
So to give the people who are watching, because Anne Marie over here is saying that thanks to Karen Hallaby, she is up to her eyes in David Josef masks. And Andrea's watching, and everybody.
Karen?
But,
Karen who?
Karen Hallaby, but Anne Marie is the one who says she's up to her eyes in your masks. Now,
they are.
You're announcing
so wonderful.
First. Could you tell us where people can go to find these masks in case they haven't seen them yet, so that these people watching get first dibs?
They can go online to my David Josef Facebook page, either David Josef or David Josef Masks. If you want to be satiated immediately, that sounded smart. You can go to the South Shore Plaza. My buddy Kevin Shaughnessy has a kiosk there selling masks by the Apple Store, and he has bought about 400 David Josef masks.
Wow.
And he has them all there on display. Everything from Marilyn Monroe to the sports teams. He doesn't have the naughty because you can't display naughty in the mall. I have all the naughty. And the naughties are the best sellers. It's so funny. The Naughties are the best sellers. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is a huge seller.
Yep.
Marilyn Monroe is a huge seller. And purple, anything in purple is a huge seller. And now all of the sequins are selling like crazy.
Okay, so I also have a bone to pick with you because
yeah.
I've noticed you are, and maybe I've just missed them, but you have more dog masks than cat masks.
No, you missed them.
Did I miss
baby. I have so many fabulous kitty masks. But you are right. Recently, I posted, it was an order, a client of mine's children are going back to school and they're dog people. And I made that order yesterday and put up that picture. But I'm going to post, I just made Ariana Brown, Ambassador Scott Brown's daughter. Ariana is a veterinarian up in New Hampshire. And we just did a batch of kitty masks. I've got these Persian kitties. I've got black and white kitties. I've got a painting. It's like a portrait of all kinds of kitties. I'm going to send you a gift.
Oh my goodness.
Fabulous kitty masks. Yep.
That is a right. Because, you know, they have to have the fair airtime with those dogs out there.
That's the truth, of course.
Yes, yes. So, like, what, I mean, you were designing some of the most amazing wedding gowns. You designed mother, the bride, and groom outfits for my clients and all kinds of things. So, is any of that happening right now or really nothing?
Oh, Ginger, I could cry from the stress. Yeah. Actually, right now, about 3 weeks ago, or maybe about 6 weeks ago, an Orthodox Jewish girl that I was making her wedding gown, all the gowns were postponed. And then she said, David, we are going to have, the New York wedding is off. The 400 people's off. Instead, we're going to have the wedding in my in-laws to be backyard, which is on the water in South Carolina or North Carolina, somewhere where there's water. And we're going to do that. Can you finish my wedding gown and just ship it down there? Because I'm already here in, what do you call it when you're locked up? When you're quarantining. Yeah. She's down there quarantined. And I thought, okay, that always scares me because I like to make sure everything's perfect and the gowns are right. But so I finished it off, and she had somebody pick it up who was going to go to the wedding, and that started. Okay, I've got to start finishing dresses again. Well, next week I've got 3 gowns to finish and about 500 masks to make.
Oh my
goodness! I know it. People are having their weddings now. They've just changed the locations and they're changing the idea of the wedding, but they're doing their weddings. So.
Well, I noticed that you had, and this was a little while ago, but you had something like 60 days where you had just worked every single day.
Yeah.
So
we did 3 months straight, 7 days a week.
Okay.
8 hours a day.
Yeah. And so it sounds
like pretty exhausting.
Back to that.
Oh God, I know. I'm just, we're going to work all weekend, just try to get ahead with the masks. And then Monday, I have a fitting Monday night. I have a fitting on Wednesday. The daughter comes on Monday. Jody, it's Jody and Hannah. Hannah's the daughter, beautiful, fabulous. The good thing is my club, because you bring me these amazing ladies, are so joyful and so wonderful, and they're very stressed. They're stressed out of their minds over putting on these weddings and having to tell 200 people, well, we're going to do the wedding, but you can't come now. We're going to cut it down to 25, and that's stressful for everybody.
Right.
But they still want to wear their gowns. They want to still be fabulous and look good. So it's not a matter of, well, can we change it to a short dress, or I'm going to do pants or something. It is still gowns. So I'm finishing off these fabulous gowns. We're making masks to match. Yep. Absolutely right. We just did the Orthodox wedding. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook, but from the wedding gown fabric, I made her the most beautiful lace mask. And it's very funny because the Orthodox tradition is so retro-esque, where you're covered from head to toe.
Right.
Her gown was exquisite in that it fit into the religious needs, but it also was very stylish. And to have the mask on with the veil and the blusher, it was really, really straight out of Yentl. It was gorgeous. Yes. And I make the men's tuxedo masks. We do a black mask with a tuxedo stripe on the top, or another one I just did was a pewter gray, because they were all doing gray suits. Mm-hmm. So, you make it work.
You do.
Not to name drop, but Melissa Manchester likes to say to me, you made lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah. Oy. Exactly.
It's what I do.
Exactly. And I think you have a few Can you show us a few of your masks?
I do. Oh, this is what I need, Danny.
Sorry, that will stop.
That's really good. Okay, one of our best sellers also is that's all right. The patriotic mask is huge, especially the 4th of July.
Yeah.
If you go to my page today, you'll see our friend Joe Finley. Joe is the husband of Jackie Bruno from NBC News here in Boston. She's the entertainment reporter who won her Emmy Award last year wearing that blue gown, the royal blue with
Yeah.
the low back, that hot royal blue sequin gown. That was pretty spectacular, and she won. I have to tell you, Ginger, sometimes I have to pinch myself at my own life.
Yes.
We're sitting in Provincetown because our other good friend, actress Judith Light, is getting the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Provincetown Film Festival. And in the middle of Judith making her speech after we had just partied with her the night before, I'm getting texts from Joe Finley that he's buzzing me like crazy because she won. She won. It's your gown. She won in your gown. And he's sending me pictures, and it's crazy. And then we do just beautiful prints.
Ooh, how pretty
I've got all of every sports team there is, Red Sox, all the sparkles. I've got, honestly, there has to be 300 choices on the Facebook page. It's pretty cool. People find what they're looking for. And if they don't, they request, and I'll find. The great thing about finding fabric online is you can buy what's called a fat quarter. That's not my stripper name. My laugh riot. Fat quarter is like a quarter of a yard, but it's cut wide instead of lengthwise. Anyway, so you can get masks across, and you can buy that for $7-10 to test something out. I just bought this beautiful fat quarter of a fabric that says Black Princess on it. And it's a beautiful little African-American girl wearing a princess crown. And she's just got her hands under her neck. And it's lovely. And I want to make sure that I'm representing everyone.
Yeah.
And especially when I hear actresses or celebrities or singers grow up talking on talk shows saying, when I grew up, I never saw a Black person on TV. And that really offends me. That bothers me. So I want to make sure we're representing everybody here. And I put that on Facebook the other day, and I had several clients, Black and white, get in touch and order masks out of that and so a lot of them said, well, can you throw some sparkle on it? So we're going to bead some, so that the little daughter's going to school, they'll have a little bit of bling, and it's a little bit of lighthearted and lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so much fun.
I'm done already.
And I know we can keep talking for sure, but it's all good. It's we've got Deb Gowan's there. She says she's so cool.
Thank you.
Yes, David is cool. There is no doubt about it. And fun. I'm seeing Andrea saying that you're fun, which I knew. That's what I've told everybody.
Thank you.
Watch you. And you do good work in the world. That's what's just, whether you're dressing somebody for a special event, or you're making masks for hospital workers when there weren't any, or you're just helping people to get around in the world and in a safety and beauty more. I mean, you do wonderful work in the world.
Can I throw one thing in? We did, because of one of my charities is Faith and Fashion, that we do for the Corey Johnson program for traumatic healing in Boston for inner city kids and adults who need help through trauma. Because of COVID, we had to postpone it.
Yes.
But we did an online event. We did like a kickoff for it. Ginger, we raised, I don't know if I shouldn't say the amount out loud, a massive amount, over $50,000 online that night.
Wow.
For our event. It was magnificent. So,
wow.
So it's, people are learning to, I mean, thank God I've been around 150 years that I have a lovely following. But Melba Moore was on it, and Nick Walker from Broadway was on it, and Big Poppy was on, and people came, and the governor and the mayor and all that stuff. People came to help us live online, and we raised a ton of money. Our Fashion of the Rescue event got postponed, and we have to just wait to see what's going to happen there. But thank you. Yeah, my charity work is really, really, you have to give back. You don't give back.
Threw out that Nick Walker name. I mean, Hamilton,
And now he's the star of, he left Hamilton after 3.5 years because he got the lead in The Temptations' Ain't Too Proud. Ooh. So that's the Broadway show we were at the night before we went to Melba in D.C. It was his opening night. And it was spectacular. He's so brilliant. I never thought a role could top Aaron Burr in Hamilton, the lead.
Wow.
But this role of Otis is even greater, bigger. He never leaves the stage. And he happens to be, you all know Reverend Liz Walker. I mean, Liz Walker from Channel 4 News in Boston. It's Liz's son who's I watched him grow up. I made costumes for him, and now he's the biggest star on Broadway
Yeah.
and the loveliest young man ever.
Wonderful. Well, you attract, because you're so lovely, you attract really lovely people. So
Thank you. Thank you. This was wonderful.
thank
Can't
you
thank you
so much
enough.
for being here. I will be posting your Facebook page down there so everybody can find you. And I encourage people to get in touch and order lots of masks. And when you need a special event outfit or anything made, David's your go-to person. He's right here in Boston in the Waltham area. So definitely check it all out. And thank you.
You should see me have a shower curtain. Oi.
Yeah.
I do it all.
You are too funny. All right. Thank you.
What a pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you. My love to Marion and the cats.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.